everybody? Welcome back to the Board YouTube channel. For today's pick and roll live stream, we are here for our play-in tournament special. We got 4 games to cover. We got the one show for today. We have 2 games today for the Tuesday slate, 2 games tomorrow for the Wednesday slate. Like I said, wrapping it all into one episode here on the Board YouTube channel, presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed the season of content that we brought for you guys. If you did, remember to be subscribed to the channel. Also, make sure you drop a like on this particular episode if you do enjoy along the way. But we'll recap the previous show's bet, as we always do, to get us started here. And on the previous show, not the end of the season that we wanted, unfortunately. We had 2 bets in play, just the 1 bet in play, excuse me. And we did come up, unfortunately, with a hook loss on Jaren Jackson Jr. Tough one to end the season. It was a good year. We're profitable, up around 10 units. Let's try to keep things going, Pips. We'll start off, I'll just ask because people will wonder, how does the betting strategy change for the play-in tournament and the playoffs compared to the regular season?
Just take into account slower pace, better defense, and stars playing more minutes, very low minutes for bench players. So you can't do much for playing, but in the playoff, you can definitely see the rotation for certain guys and then see what's going on and try to find bets. I like betting unders on points, rebounds, and assists for a guy that will get way more minutes, very less minutes in the playoffs. Is a thing we could see like last game of the season, even for Golden State Warriors, like Kuminga didn't even enter. And he was healthy, and he'll played very much very lower minutes. That was my under in that game, and so on and so on. Like, there are ways to attack.
Question from Sam C. early. Do we assume the lines are generally sharper in the playoffs? We do, yes. First of all, there's way less games to price, so it's easier. It's easier for the sportsbook to not make mistakes. So they've got less things to worry about. Less players are in rotation. Rotations are more assured. Probably less blowout potential, but we do see some variance in the playoffs with the state of three-point shooting in the NBA, and more liquidity. More people are betting into these markets and shaping the line. So yes, generally sharper lines in the playoffs, especially as you go deeper into series, because then we have like the past history of the games to go off of, and especially as we go further into the playoffs when there's less and less games. But still, opportunity here for us today as we go to the play-in tournament. We'll get things started here. We'll go in order of games. We'll start off today's games are winning in. You win today, you are in the playoffs, and you are the 7th seed. That is very, very important for more so the Western Conference, but you never know when it comes to seeding. So important for the East as well. We have the Atlanta Hawks in 7th here against, the Orlando Magic here in 7th. Against the Atlanta Hawks. Winner is the 7th seed, though. These 2 teams played each other in the final game of the regular season. I was so close to nailing a middle on the Hawks, but both teams laid up in the final game and got me. But on this game in particular, Orlando -5. Pips, you've been locked in with the Hawks all season. Do you think this is a fair spread for this game?
Yep. Think I would favor Hawks covering. I trust Trae Young more than anyone on this court in this series, and yeah, I do think.
Past playoff experience as well. He's got quite a good track record.
Yeah, so I trust Trae Young. Does he have enough support? I don't think so. I think when you look at the other team, Banchero and France, 2 great players. Hawks have one. Hawks have the best player in the series, but after Trae Young, there is like a huge gap. So yeah, I don't know. Tough one, but yeah, I do think Hawks should cover. Like, this is a close game, one way or another. So them covering makes sense when you have a very close game, low total. 5 points to cover is not like that can happen even in losses a ton of times. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's 5. Well, I do lean towards the Hawks as well. Maybe part of it is I don't know, does late game situation affect things? Are you more likely to foul? Are you more likely to give away fouls to try and get the points back? I'm not sure. I would lean towards the Hawks in this scenario. I do think the Magic have the stronger team overall, which you were kind of alluding to as well. Trae Young, though, definitely for me, I think for everybody should be noted as the best player in this game. So we'll see if the Hawks can get over the line. No picks for this game, though.
Nope.
Nothing for this game, but something for our next game. We have the Memphis Grizzlies as the visitors here at Golden State. Winner, this is big, respectfully, gets the Houston Rockets instead of potentially the Oklahoma City Thunder if you do come through the next game. So this is a massive game. This is a very big game for both teams who do want to go far in the playoffs. Getting Houston instead of OKC is massive, and the Golden State Warriors are 7-point favorites in this one for the Memphis Grizzlies. Still in the wake of firing Taylor Jenkins here, it'd be a little disastrous to finish as the 8 seed or potentially even worse. But what's the pick for this game?
Yeah, for this one, we are going with Santi Aldama over 18.5 points and rebounds and assists, minus 125. There is any left? Yeah, there is no left for 9.5 points. So points, rebounds, and assists over 18.5. I will play it up. I don't know. Like if there is points and rebounds, minus 110. That's also good. But I'll prefer over 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And the next one in place is over 16.5 points and rebounds.
Okay. So there we have it. Over 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Santi Aldama. Minus 125 is going to be where we kick things off for this one.
So first off, similar players to... I would first go to points part. Similar players by... like Aldama, like Harrison Barnes, huge game. George Niang, huge game. And by position, everyone did great. Jerry Jackson Jr., Yabusele, Jalen Smith, Collins, Naz Reid, so on. Did great against the Golden State Warriors. Then looking at head-to-head games, he had 21 and 18 against the Golden State Warriors. Already this season, 18 points came just 2 weeks ago in April, so recent. That game, Wells played. Now there is no Wells. There is no Brandon Clark. So Aldama is like the first guy off the bench. Should be able to play up to 28 minutes probably tonight. Scores most of his points spot up. Golden State allows spot up. Some from putbacks overall. But yeah, we can see best performance in this game against Golden State Warriors. So we shouldn't be worried about that one. Looking at the... and he's playing 32 minutes with Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bain. Average is at 23.1. And as I said, like against Golden State Warriors, it's at 32 rebounds and points, rebounds and assists. Rebounds and assists alone, 18 and 7. He's going up the bench, so there is a possibility Ide needs to be sit down after Steph scores couple of threes out of pick and roll, so maybe they even go small with Santi at the 4 and Jaren Jackson at the 5. I actually think that should be the best thing, the best approach against Golden State Warriors. So maybe Aldama ends up playing like 35 minutes. That's a possibility. So yeah, in these minutes, he's kind of averaging 23 points, rebounds, and assists in 26 minutes. So like it's like 0.9 points, rebounds, and assists per minute. If he's getting like 30, this line is just way too low. So, and if he is playing at the 4 with Jaren Jackson at the 5, he should be able to rebound well, because Jaren Jackson Jr. may be the worst rebounder his size in the league. And let's talk about the hook we had on Jaren Jackson Jr. He had 23 points and 1 rebound in 37 minutes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that was the lowest rebounding game of his career when he gets 30 plus minutes. First ever career game with 30 plus minutes where he had only 1 rebound or less. and it was an offensive rebound. So he played 37 minutes and got 0 defensive rebounds. That seems like impossible for a guy his size.
Yeah.
But it happened.
Now he's
So,
gonna
yeah.
get 10 and ruin this one.
Yeah. I think we are said enough on Aldama. I think this is just way of considering the potential minutes for Santi. Think every projections will have Aldama like a 21, 22. Yeah.
All right, there's our first play of the day for Santi Aldama. Before we go to the second day of games, a word from our presenting sponsor, the FanDuel Sportsbook, with an offer here for the play-in tournament. The NBA play-in tournament gives teams one last shot at making the playoffs, but FanDuel is giving all new customers a shot at $250 in bonus bets. Join FanDuel today. You'll get started with $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. From three-pointers to steals to assists, FanDuel has so many ways to bet your favorite player props. Plus, after the game tips off, you can even combine your live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a chance to win big. Just visit FanDuel.com/board to get in on all the NBA play-in tournament action. That's FanDuel.com/board for your shot at $250 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. But must be 21 plus and present in select states for candidates in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino or 18 plus and present in DC. First, offer language here. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY in New York. After a whole season of the same disclaimer, that one caught me a little bit off guard here. I actually think there was a... Anyways, I think they made an error as well, which I didn't realize in that. Anyways, good offer there in place. First $5 bet win, get $250 in bonus bets. Link in the description for that, everybody. All right, now let's go to... This is the game everyone's waiting for. Miami against Chicago. 2 wins needed by these teams to make the playoffs. Starts off with this one today. I believe they played each other in the play-in last year. I think they did, or either that or the year before. I'm trying to remember a game. Anyways, these two teams frequent this event. They love playing in the play-in tournament, specifically the Chicago Bulls. And we've got the Miami Heat +1 on the road here. So Miami... A bit of a lackluster finish to the season, which is why they're in this position. The Bulls had a very good finish to the season. Have earned this home seed for this first playoff play-in game. How do you think this one is going to go?
Yeah, seeing Bulls being favorites. How low did Miami
They've been playing
fall
pretty
off?
well, man.
Yeah, no, not saying it's wrong. Just saying how embarrassing for Miami to be like a 10 seed and then being even underdogs against fucking Bulls.
Yeah. That's an ugly look, Miami.
And it's fair. I think it's fair. The way Kobe White and Gide have been playing lately. They have Huerter, who kind of played lately well. Buzelis, Vucevic always there. Weird thing to say, but I do understand this. But I still think Miami will came on the top in this one.
Okay, so
I'm not trusting Tyler Hero, but Bam Adebayo and Wiggins should be the guys that will make the difference in this one, because no question about it, Bam Adebayo is the best player on the court. I think Tyler Hero and Kobe White are kind of matched. Wiggins and Josh Giddey probably also matched. So Bam Adebayo on both sides should be a difference. And yeah, that's it about this game. Betting wise, I'm looking actually, but I don't see much. We don't want to bet Tyler Hero, obviously.
But do you see something you like on Hero?
Yeah, I don't think I do. Yeah, let me just see who is playing for this Miami team. They have Yeah, I don't know. Like, do we have like that Davion Mitchell playing insane minutes in this one?
We might.
Yeah. So 18 and a half when he got. So when he played with Miami and got, let's see, with the Bema Adebayo. He kind of crushed this line with like 26 plus minutes. But yeah, it's tough to bet on. It's tough to bet on Davion Mitchell. But against the Bulls, he had 17 and 8. Against the earlier this season was, yeah, I don't know. Assist one. Let me just see. Assist one. Plus money. I don't think I'll bet anything here. Like, I actually have no idea what the rotation will look like for the Miami. Like, do we like think Calalver is playing a ton of minutes because last time he played he scored 12 minutes. I have no idea for this game. Honest, sorry guys. Like, Patrick Williams unders, like points, rebounds, and assists, 13 and a half seems a bit with Kobe White, Vucevic, and Ayo. So one game he's playing 14 minutes, next game 27, 14, 24, 29. Let me just see, is this some like blowout run? I need to see. If it's not, then we are probably good here to bet an under. So last game against 76ers. Let me just see. So last game he played against Miami. Let me just let me just see. I don't think I do. Last game he played was against 76ers 20. Oh yeah, this was big, but this game Gide was out. He still ended up 23 minutes against the Wizards. Let me just see, against the Wizards, did he close out? Yeah, he did close the game against the Wizards and still got only 23 minutes. Huge blowout. Then he did against Miami. He only played. Sorry guys if I'm just too much. But against Miami, he only played 14 minutes. Against Miami, they were healthy and he played only 14 minutes. So maybe that's the minutes he's going to play tonight, that important game. Josh Giddey played almost entire game. Kevin Huerter almost entire game. Kobe White almost entire game. Vucevic almost entire game. And Buzelis. Starters were played 36 minutes and then some minutes to Dalen Terry, Patrick Williams, and Zach Collins. Let me just see if that makes sense. Huge minutes for starters, and then of the bench, Collins, Patrick Williams, and Dalen Terry. So maybe this is the play. So this season against Miami, last game 4 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. How does he perform when he gets between 12 and 18 minutes? Under in every single one. Maybe up to 20 minutes, 14 to 20 minutes, under in every single one. Even if you go 22, 16 to 22, and that's like the most he can get. 20 minutes is the most he can get. He's still under in 13 or 15, and this is actually a tough matchup, very slow pace, playoff type of game. Under Patrick Williams, 13.5 points. Points, rebounds, and assists. Wildly available, minus 120 is, I think, wildly available. Minus 110s are there. Minus 105, one place. Patrick Williams under points, rebounds, and assists.
Did you want to go minus 125 here? Or minus 120, sorry.
Minus 120 is okay. There are better, but I think minus 120 is okay for this one.
Okay. There we go. We're going to go minus 120 for Patrick Williams. Under 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists as the second official play of the day. Yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about it a long time how we're not really fans of Patrick Williams. and his minutes have kind of gone away from him this season as the Bulls have started to maybe realize it as well. So
if we see like so last time they played Miami, we've seen Huerter played 37 minutes, Vucevic 36 minutes, Gide 40 minutes. So let's see that they play 38 on average. That's 5 plays, and for bench guy there is left 50 minutes to spread between 4 players. If starters get on average 38 minutes, and I think they should do, because they are playing them playing game. Like you lose, season ends. So starters should get like 38 to 40 minutes. Then there is like Zach Collins probably getting 12 minutes to substitute Vucevic at the 5. You get Patrick Williams at the 4 probably for 16 minutes. And that's 26. So there is like 20 minutes, 24 minutes left for Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips. And that makes sense. That's it. So, like Patrick Williams, 18 minutes should be like the top. So 14 to 20 minutes is okay range. And in those minutes, he's averaging like not even close to covering this. And then you add space matchup. This line should be 11.5 in my opinion.
Yeah, based on what you've kind of presented there with Props Madness, he like even if he gets more minutes than you'd think he would get today, he still doesn't cover this. Typically, doesn't cover this line in that amount of minutes, and it's a slower paced game than normal.
Yeah, so even if I do like 18 to 24, which is way above expected, he's averaging 11 points, rebounds, and assists. And some of these came against poor teams. So, yeah. Overall, happy with my bet there. And I think that's it for these 2 games.
Okay.
We can go to the last one. I don't think I have a bet there.
Well, we can still talk about it here. We've got the Dallas Mavericks, who have avoided the disaster of completely missing the play-in tournament. Embarrassing for Phoenix to not. How are Phoenix not better than either of these teams? I don't understand. I understand, but it's just crazy. But Sacramento, 4.5-point favorites at home. Let's just say we've got a couple guys in the Sacramento Kings who are very well experienced in the play-in tournament settings. DeMar DeRozan. Well, actually, Jonas Valanciunas as well. I think Jonas Valanciunas has played in every single play-in tournament so far. DeMar DeRozan loves this tournament, plays in it every year. Oh, maybe doesn't love it, but he plays in every year. Zach LaVine does as well, pretty much. So Sacramento got experience here. How do you think this is going to go?
But Dallas covering. I do think Dallas is even a better team here. I'm just afraid of like Zach LaVine pulling some great game. That's the way for Kings to win. But I just love the some role players on this Miami team. Like we have PJ Washington, Max Christie, Najee Marshall. Like even like having a backup of Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, even Clay can have some great games if the shots start falling. And against Kings who allow a ton of spot up, that could be a thing. So overall, like I like my underdogs. I like 4.5 plus for Dallas. If it's a game where AD shows up healthy and willing to battle, they have a good chance. And I like their defense, even against the Lakers. That game, like they gave a ton of to Luka Doncic, but everyone else didn't get much. So if they just let DeRozan shoot middies and shut down everyone else, that will be a great thing for them. And I'm not a fan of Kings whatsoever, never been, and always looking down on them, and this is no different.
All right, so no bets for this game. As you said, we got 2 picks in play for today. If you're tailing, make sure you do hit the like button. Help support the channel, help drive us up in the YouTube algorithm, makes a big difference. But let's keep things going here. So quite a few player prop questions. We'll start off with the first one here. Triple has asked about Anthony Black under 16.5 PRA.
That was strong candidate for my bet for the show, because books are kind of wrong on the side of they just upgraded his lines because he the last 2 games he put crazy numbers with Wagner and Banchero out. But with them playing, this looks great. We can see it right here. With them playing, he's kind of getting between 20. I will go even I'd say 26, and 18 and 26, and then he averaged 13.2 under in 18 out of 23. And overs came against Hornets and Wizards. So if we exclude bottom 8 teams in defensive rating, he is under in 15 out of 17, averaging 12. And had 11 points, rebounds, and assists against Hawks in the regular season game. Not even close to covering. Didn't cover against Bulls. Didn't cover against Bulls twice. So yeah, I would say I lean heavily under. This is now way too much juice on this one. 15.5 is also playable. I have one thing about this one, and that's when Cole Anthony is out. Cole Anthony is playing tonight, but when he is not playing, Black gets 20 plus minutes, and then he averages 19 points, rebounds, and assists. And I could see Cole Anthony being out of rotation tonight because he fucking sucks. There is no way they should play him. Corey Joseph and Anthony Black serves way better this team than Cole Anthony. I don't know. And also, we look at the Cole Anthony minutes. He played last 2 games against the Hawks 10 minutes and 13 minutes. Could be the thing. I honestly think no place for Cole Anthony on the court with Trae Young playing. No, they don't need him. He's horrific player both sides. So in that case, Anthony Black gets way more minutes.
Okay, so a lot to think about for that one, but definitely lean towards the under on Anthony Black. How about, let's stay on the same game. How about Trae Young? So you mentioned perhaps solid matchup if Cole Anthony's on, but in general, how about over 26.5 points at 1.95 odds, so about minus 105, minus 106, saying that he had 38 points earlier in the season against Orlando.
Yeah, they don't help. They're placing the coverage, so Trae kind of cooks them. First game of the season against Orlando, poor shooting, and I don't know. Don't remember that one, but I did watch this 38 game. He was very aggressive, and I think if there is a place for him to be aggressive, that's the elimination game. So they are also allowing ton of to pick and roll ball handlers. 19, that's above average. But similar players to Trae Young covered in 10 out of 15 against Orlando, which is a huge thing because Orlando is a great defense. So Trae Young covered, Harden hooked for 1 point, he had 20. Doncic covered, Anthony Edwards covered, Lillard covered, Trae Young covered. So similar type of players since December are over in 10 out of 13 games against. So yeah, that's a good thing for this. Definitely the matchup. The way they defend, they are okay with Trae Young scoring when they contain everyone else. So I think that's the thing. Yeah, 26 could be a bit inflated line for this kind of game. I don't like over on 26.5 maybe. I think that's already well set. But look, last time he played Orlando, the line was 24.5, which is the line I would definitely take the over. 26.5, playoff type of environment, slower pace. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's go to the next game then. About Vince Williams under 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists at minus 130.
Novels, no. Yeah, Novels and Clark, he should be playing over 20 minutes. Yeah. Last game, he played, everyone was out, but Maybe he doesn't play that minutes. Like, look at this. Wells, Kennard, Clark out 18 minutes. Wells, Clark, Jackson out 15 minutes. If he doesn't get more than 20 minutes, if he is in this like 14 to 18 range, then this makes sense as an under. So yeah, definitely.
Okay. Staying with the same game, Moses Moody under 50.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Yeah, that's popular. That one is popular. I've seen it in so many spots. I don't know. I do think Moses should play a ton of minutes. I know his averages are not there, but Memphis is usually well known for like leaving players wide open to stop best opposing team players. So Moody, when playing 24 to 32 minutes, is at 16.9. And looking at the matchup, great spot up matchup, great transition matchup, great free throws matchup, great trip above the break 3 matchup, great wings matchup. Last time they played, he had 15. Yeah, I think this is okay line set. Well set line.
Okay. Staying on the same game, Steph Curry over 5.5 assists, minus 130.
Oh yeah, that should be the good one. That should be a good one. They'll send the doubles. They must.
Yeah.
Next one.
Quick hell. Sorry, I thought you were going to talk about it a bit.
No, just
It's good.
That's
There you go.
simple.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got back to the Hawks game. Sorry, I missed this one. Onyeka Okongwu over 1.5 assists at minus 150.
Too much variance, poor matchup, and the price is just not something I would look into. I know the win rate is crazy, but you need to like count minus 150. So
Okay.
Yep.
And we have two from the Dallas game. First of all, Derek Lively over 5.5 points at minus 130.
yeah, is there anyone that can predict how many minutes he is going to play? Because I certainly can't. Like, he looked like he's playing 15 to 18 minutes. I would say 15 minutes, like 14. I will do 14 to 18 just to see in that range. Yeah, averaging 5.3. Even though the matchups were Houston, Jazz, Portland, Hawks. Don't know. Kings didn't play them this season. Didn't cover against Toronto. That should be ignored. A weird cover against. I not my type of bet, especially minus 130. And Kings are actually like they do well transition and they do well defending rim. So that's where their Lively scores points. So not fun.
All right, last player prop question. We have Keon Ellis under 9.5 points.
I think Malik Monk is out, so definitely should see good minutes. Should play between like 28 and 36. In those game minutes, he averaged 13 points. The matchup is kind of difficult, but the Dallas could end up leaving him open because they have other the Keon Ellis is like the least of their worries. Like they have Sabonis, Lavin, and DeRozan, so they usually tend to like double up their best opposing players and ignore role players. So this is definitely not a matchup to fade Keon Ellis. Do I think the line should be 8.5? Definitely. But yeah, like looking at this, 32 minutes, 8 points. Only 20 minutes, 7 points, 1 from 5. So that's very close to covering. And the last game, 27 minutes, 0 from 7. He's usually covering this with that kind of usage. Like the usage was 12% and 18%, average 13% usage against them this season. So if you take a look when he gets between 10, let's say 18, so like that being the most, and the minutes are above 24, I mean maybe even 26. Yeah, he's covering with that kind of usage. So not fan.
We just got hit with 3 more. Let's run through them since it's playing day after all. Gavin asked about Karis LeVert under 2.5 assists.
Yeah, that's a good one. I already know 0-0 as a Hawks player against Orlando. Just a horrible matchup for assist for him.
Okay, same game. Paolo Banchero over 30 points, so 30 plus points at minus 110.
Nope. I just think this line is probably inflated now. Game slowed down. Pacers will play. Hawks will play better defense. They will limit his transition points. So he had a 22.5 line for like 90% of the season, and then in March he went absolutely crazy, and then the line is now 29.5. I just don't see it. I think it's inflated.
Okay. Last one. KCP over 9.5 points. This is the last one now.
Yeah, he has a good matchup. Do I think 9.5 is a good bet over on guys that shoot mainly threes? That's the spot I usually don't take. If it's 8.5, I will be very much more inclined to get this, but 9.5, yeah.
Let me see what his threes
Maybe
are.
we can
maybe go over threes.
Maybe is it 1.5?
1.5 minus 140, minus 135.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see when he plays 28 plus minutes with Paolo and Franz. So horrible first half part of the season, and then started covering lately. In March, over in 9 out of 12 games, including 3 threes against the Hawks, 6 attempts. That should be great volume for him. So slightly in over on threes, but I don't think points should be there.
Okay, and last question, just a general question about playoffs. Another one of these. It's Me Dado asked about approach for play-in playoff games, as in volume of bets per game. Does it change compared to the regular season? For instance, there's 2 plays here referenced that they like. Would you think about playing both plays in the same game? I've thought about the answer, so I'll go first. I know this question wasn't directed at me, but same kind of deal for the regular season. Like, especially in this case, these aren't correlated plays, so I'd be perfectly fine taking both of these for a play-in game. I usually don't try to overexpose myself on games like this, so like maybe 3 bets, and then I'm starting to think about if I should add any more, even if I like something else. But I do factor in correlation to it a little bit as well. But what do you think on this, Pips?
Yeah, they tend to be less blowouts, and yeah, I don't think it's a problem to bet 2 or 3 bets for a close projected game where starters will play big minutes no matter what. So I think that's okay. I can have like 3 to 4 bets on a game in the playoffs, but I usually tend to lower my volume on playoffs because it's just less edge to begin with. On some big slates in the NBA season, I can end up with like 25 bets a day. 15 to 25 is. I will just put my like 10 bets, for example, with where I do the research. Then I'll fill everything else I have in account with prices like top-down betting. So yeah, just I love the decrease the volume in the playoffs. Picking with the spots where just I think projected minutes for players are wrong, and betting unders heavily.
All right, that will do it for our show today for the play-in tournament. We've covered all 4 games here today. We should be back on Friday to cover the second batch of play-in tournament games. Both of those will be win or go home games. There should be some exciting stuff in the NBA. Should be some exciting stuff as far as content is concerned. So make sure to subscribe to our channel. Drop a like as well if you enjoyed. Follow us on Twitter at TheBoardHQ to keep notified and updated when content is coming out. But you can also hit the notification bell on YouTube to stay up to date in that endeavor as well. For the picks today, 2 plays. We've got Santi Aldama over 18.5 PRA, minus 125. And then Patrick Williams under 13.5 PRA, minus 120. 20. Thanks so much, everybody, for rocking with us through the season and now into the postseason. We'll see you again very soon for another episode here of Pick and Roll presented by FanDuel here on the Board YouTube channel.